Welcome everyone, Happy New Year. It's 2025 by the time you're seeing this, and we're continuing our discussion on Cham Kiu. The last time we had a video for you, we got to the point where we just reached the end of Cham Kiu, and the only thing left to talk about was this back fist-like action. There's a little story attached to it, so I'll share it with you. Majority of Wing Chun people in different lineages tend to, when they finish, however they finish it, because there's a lot of variation, they tend to either just pull the hands back or open them up and make the normal Hyun Sao action and pull them back. But Wong Shun Leung, whenever he was doing the form, when he was teaching the form and demonstrating the form, majority of time he would perform this action. And most of you have probably seen the footage of Sifu Ip Man just before he passed away, and know that when he did his form, he also did this action. Now, interestingly, sometimes Sifu, when he was in a hurry, would just bring the hands back. Other times he would open it up and pull it back the way that a lot of others do. But the majority of the times, he would use this action. We asked him about it at one point, and he said they're all correct, but the reason that he tended to prefer this way was because that's how Sigong Ip Man used to play it, so he wanted to maintain that connection. Interestingly, according to Wong Shun Leung, Grandmaster Ip Man didn't really have much of an explanation for that movement. It's surmised that it's probably a carryover from when Wing Chun was in its formative years, and it was more like some of the existing styles that had more circles and more flowery movements before it became the refined system that it is now. So potentially it was in fact very similar to like in Hong Kuen and Choi Li Fat and other similar systems where they perform a back fist and return the hands to the hips. But of course Wing Chun, if it does that action, it would naturally come back to this higher position because that's how we tend to do it. So nobody knows exactly, even Ip Man and Wong Shun Leung confessed they didn't have the full answer to why it's there, but they left it in because it might be useful for somebody in the future. So the obvious application might be that if you're grabbed on the arm, it's an alternative way to break out of a grab. By coming over the top, it releases the grab and then you can get back to your basic attack. It could be that you could use it as a strike before you go back to a straight line, because we know that the straight line is more efficient, but maybe you can't do a straight line, so that could be another way to do it. It's basically guesswork on our part because the absolute application was never shown. But as a tradition, we maintain the same ideas that Ip Man did when he played his forms. Wong Shun Leung did the same, so as Wong Shun Leung's student, I do the same. So when we finish the form and we get to this portion, we also use this action. It also comes up in the Bilji form, but that's another topic for another day. So that brings us to the end of the second section of Cham Kiu, and then on the next one we'll talk about what comes next. See you then.